Hey everyone, welcome to the Power Network. I'm Amy. It's Florida Woman Friday, and today we're diving straight into Sarah Boone's prison calls and other boozy nonsense, because if there's one thing Boone knows how to do, it's make everything messy, chaotic, and somehow still all about her. We're listening to these calls, breaking down what she says, what she doesn't say, and how the booze has clearly been running the show for a long, long time. Prison didn't change the behavior, it just put a phone on it. I'm rolling the intro while the algorithm brings in the rest of the Power family. Shout out to my Power Replay crew. Love you, babies.
Carefully strumming his old guitar again. Words rolling out into our fire. If heaven had wings, I would steal them and fly away with you for a while. Hearing the essence of gratitude. Your dreamy little smile on my lips. I miss my cue, but baby, I had you. Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you.
Here in the essence of gratitude, I get to be here with my Power crew. It's a evening kind of ordeal today. I don't know, I've been dragging my butt around all day long, having a really hard time getting this live out today. I didn't even know if I was going to do it, to be honest. So yeah, but we're here, and we're going to look at some of the Sarah Boone prison calls. Well, I have a few of them, but honestly, I'm having some back pain, and so we're just going to play it by ear. I've got a few of them. Maybe we'll just listen to one. Maybe it'll get better. We don't know. We'll see. But hi everyone. Hi Zen Jen. Good to see you, Dragonfly. Hi Graham 3878. Good to see you. Hi Colleen. Itchy with her shoes rescue. Is that a horse? A horse rescue? A horse rescue place? Sounds like one. And I think Crystal 33 stopped by, and Carolina stopped by a little earlier, and it looks like Stockings on Strings. I thought you became a member yesterday, but this was a live that was programmed for yesterday too, so maybe it's showing up here. But welcome to the Dragonflies. I can certainly welcome you twice. How's everyone doing today? Hi, Kitty. Hi, baby girl. Oh, you're from Florida. Florida. I'm in Florida too. I'm originally from Michigan. Itchy Withers Horse Rescue. It sounded very, oh, and there's a horse there too. I was going to say it sounded horsey. When I was working, I worked at a Girl Scout camp one summer, and I was a lifeguard, but I was also you had to pick a unit to kind of go into, and I went into the horse and around unit. I'm terrified of horses because I fell off of a horse when I was younger, and I thought if I went in there and like immersed myself into horses, I would like be riding them and my hair would be flying in the wind, and that didn't happen. Even on the most tame horse there was. I mean, the horse's name was Bucky. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get back up, but I tried, and I think that's what counts. But I do respect horses and love them. Hi. How are you? Michelle D. You know what? I'm too far away from the screen. I gotta pull everything closer. I'm like leaning back, and so it's, and my mic has a short. So give me 1 second, because even though everything encases the screen, I still need to get closer. So are you guys interested in the Sarah Boone case? Have you been following it? She's a handful, isn't she? That's like a nice way to say it. For those that don't know who Sarah Boone is, in February 2020 in Winter Park, Florida, Sarah Boone zipped her boyfriend, George Torres Jr., into a suitcase. He suffocated and died while trapped inside. She says she got him in there under the ruse of hide and go seek, but I don't know. She also beat him with a bat when he tried to put his fingers out and tried to get out. And so there was a lot of torture involved in this situation too. Prosecutors presented cell phone videos showing him begging to be let out while Boone recorded him, a key part of the case. So she was convicted and sentenced. Boone was found guilty of second-degree murder in October 2024 by an Orange County jury. In December 2024, a judge sentenced her to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Like, it's very important to note, too, that this woman was offered a 15-year plea deal that she turned down. And she had already been in prison for 5 years. So she probably would have only spent about 8 more years in prison. But her behaviors earned her a life without parole. That's important to note, I think. I always say it, I know it drives people crazy, but she didn't have to spend her whole life in prison. This is all her doing. Like, not only did she, like, if you believe her story, got this man into a suitcase, zipped him up, and then went upstairs and passed out, made like the hugest effing mistake of her life, then could not admit it, and wanted her 15 minutes of fame, and she got it, and now she is in prison for life. Or, well, not, but she thinks she's getting out, and so do her supporters, but you know how that goes. You know how that is. She acted like George didn't matter, that he was dead. I know. And then it was like, she is another person that was screaming. She was victimized when she was doing it. Neither one of these people needed to be together. They were victimizing each other. But I believe if you have to pick a bigger perp, it would have been Sarah Boone. She was doing a lot of damage. I mean, he was no saint, but he wasn't beating her with a bat in a suitcase and passing out either. She couldn't admit it. No, she just couldn't. She has something like, yep, she's on lucky number 13 now. She just lost another. It wasn't intentional, right, Zenjan? It just wasn't intentional. Wonder where her family court is going to reach. I know. I'm waiting on that. We're all waiting on it. You're well? Good. I'm okay. Your last name is DeMattis. Seeing it spelled properly might help you with. No, probably not. Probably not. I butchered the English language. I'm just so, I don't know. I think I have a speech impediment, but never been diagnosed with it. But, well, I know I can. I know I am, because there's certain words that I just can't make come out of my mouth. So, but thank you. And that's beautiful that you rescue animals. I love animals. Hi, just me. Good to see you. Hi, Dee Dee. Thank you for greeting people. I love that you guys are, like you're all getting to know each other and greeting one another. That makes me really happy. I followed the case from the beginning. She's a mess. She's an absolute mess. I did watch your trial. Oh boy, I know her trial was really good. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's listen to some of these. One of my favorite content creators is Jumpsuit Pablo, and he has been putting out some of the videos, some of the prison phone calls. And so I like to put humor in things. I know this is a tragic case, and we grieve with the family, but I will say that even the family, even George's family has been in, not mine, but he has been in anti-Sarah Boone content creators chats and leaving messages of support and whatnot. So let me get my screen all situated. It's like 3 or 4 times a year my back starts hurting. I had back surgery like 5 or 6 years ago, and it just acts up every so often. And it's usually around the holidays, so it's probably a I don't know, trauma thing. All right, let me get myself situated, get my heated blanket on that the bird's afraid of, pull it out because he's in bed, and here we go. Did you guys have a good Christmas? Sarah ain't got no time for anyone but herself and people that send her money. She likes that. Yeah, I know. You know, I don't like ice at all because of the fibromyalgia. Like I hate being cold. So I have like the air really cold in the room, and I'm putting the heated blanket on it. Oh no, your back is hurting. I love getting old. Like, getting old was the worst thing in the world to me when I was young. I did not want to get old. But now that it's here, it is like a warm, comforting blanket. But my body, I just wish my body wasn't getting old. Like, you know, that doesn't make sense. But I love getting old, but I hate that my body's falling apart. Okay. So Jumpsuit Pablo is one of my favorite content creators. He is doing a Sarah Boone reveals humiliating. She was put, the humiliation she was put. That's one of my harder words to say. Like, there's just some words when, I don't know, I have a hard time saying, but if I can't say the word really well, and I know like it comes up a lot, I will say it over and over and over and over again. So humiliation she put through in prison, and then I can, you know, eke it out of my mouth. So let's take a look at that. Everything that we view today, I will put down in the YouTube show notes. I do this to cite our sources and for fair use. If you guys could start that algorithm dance party that I like to do right in the beginning, and just warm up your fingers and dance them right up to the hearts and thumbs up button, helps me go into the algorithm and party out there. Bring more people back. It's just a free way to help me out, and it's really, really appreciated.
Welcome back, everybody. Looks like we have another Sarah Boone jail call, prison call recording to listen to. No idea what we're getting into today or what we're going to hear, but I'm sure it'll be annoying. So buckle up. And of course, as always, credit to the YouTube channel, The Third Rail, True Crime. Right here on the screen, they have all the original recordings and many more. So go subscribe to them if you ever want to hear these without my interruptions and my commentary and just a full call. And I think they have some other stuff. They have a lot of emails and stuff like that over there. So check them out. Credit to them. And yeah, let's get started and see what's going on down Boone Boulevard today.
I don't know if you guys know who this is, but I'll just give a brief introduction. This is Jumpsuit Pablo. He did 10 years in a North Carolina prison. He has covered the, it's right on the tip of my tongue, the Murdaugh case quite a bit, because I think he was in prison for a hot second, or either he was coming out of prison when Murdaugh went in, or they crossed paths just briefly. So he has a lot of insight on like what it's like on the inside. And I like that. I appreciate that. Because I believe I don't know. I'm really interested in prison reform. And I've, since I've worked around jails, I used to go into, I worked for a substance abuse facility. I'm an ex-social worker. I have my BA psych social, and I would go in and do evaluations. And I was also working for my CAC, but I quit because, well, this is like maybe more than you need to know, but I was going to try to get pregnant, but I was never able to get pregnant. And and then I started getting sick. So, but I did enjoy going into the prisons, although I can't stand the smell. I can smell smells a mile away. Like I can look at a screen and tell if a room smells, right? And so I just, the smells. But anyway, he is, so he's an ex-prisoner that does like prison content. And I will speed things up, slow it down, stop it, talk it. It's a commentary. And like I said, we'll put everything over in the show notes, the YouTube show notes. Did I say that we're coming to you today on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch? If not, that's where we're coming to you today.
He called me into his office today, and he said, no, stand over here. So I had to stand over farther to the corner of his office. And he's like, sniff. And I was like, what? He goes, smell. And I was like, for what? He goes, just smell.
Oh,
so I smelled, right? And I said,
okay. Did I say north? Sorry, south.
Okay, it smells pleasant. What is that? He goes, you tell me. And I said, well, it
smells like cheddar.
How funny they're talking.
Smelling a little bit of cheese
right off the bat. Like I can imagine prison smells worse. I've never been in a prison. I've only been in a jail, so I never made it into a prison.
Jeez, what are you talking? What do you mean, your boss? What?
Smells like a new car smell or maybe coconut or something. He goes, no, it's not. It's autumn. It's fall leaves. And I said, it's not fall. It's springtime. And it smells like coconut. And he's like, okay, well, that was your reward for the day. You can go now. And that was it.
Your reward is to smell a fragrance.
What your reward is to now smell a coconut air freshener. Congratulations. You can leave now.
Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty funny.
You get a break from the farts and the others, the baloney and the dirty socks and the dirty clothes smell. Congratulations.
Take you a whiff of that. Imagine he just like farted right before he called her in there, and he's like, smell. No, just go. No, trust me. Go ahead. Smell. Take a big whiff. Inhale through your mouth. Take it all in. What's that smell like? Exactly. Spaghetti and meatballs. That's what I just had for lunch. That would be funny.
You don't think that's weird?
That is beyond weird.
Right? So I was like, okay.
And that's your reward?
It's my reward.
Yeah, that's just bizarre. And
yes. And it was weird, too. He called me in there and told me to sniff. And I'm like, for what?
And like oddly sadistic.
I want to tell.
Well, I think that he like.
I love to tell Sarah Boone to sniff. Actually, aren't these jail calls? Now that I think about it, did I say they were? Oh, I think these are labeled as prison, but I think these are jail calls. But let me look really quick while they're playing.
For women that are inmates in prison to feel like they are women, inmates in prison. I think that's what it is.
Oh, how profound. You don't say. What? I think he's something. I got a funny feeling that he wants women who are in prison to remember that they are women and they're in prison. Okay.
That's what this jumpsuit guy said. He said there were like horrendous prison or spiders in the prison that he was in, and apparently there were like 3 tiers to the bunk beds, and you never wanted to be in the middle tier, because he said not because of what you thought, because the middle tier was by the windows and there were like spiders that came in, and you were afraid to go to sleep because gosh, ugh.
Boy, you really cracked the case, detective. Shit.
Is this a white guy, a black guy? What was?
He's white. He reminds me of like some type of version of Brian because he's like.
I accidentally left a banana in here.
Brian is her ex-husband that she is trying to still get alimony from.
For a couple days, because I used it as a prop when I was making fun of Brian Koberger, and now there's a fruit fly in here, and it's driving me crazy. It keeps landing on my mic.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it by the end of this video. I'm gonna name it Sarah.
He has a very dry sense of humor and just, I think he likes me just in a weird way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if interaction is a thing with him. I don't know. But I told you yesterday, he thought it was weird that I kept thanking him for my job. Hold on. Like, everybody's coming in from rec right now. It's like, yeah, hold on. Yeah, they're like, the whole freaking herd of the dorm is coming in from outside.
The whole herd.
The herd.
Wrong. Like, it's just, I like my job and I like him and I have nothing really to complain about. I just thought that was very strange.
I can't even tell you how many freaking people I've called, but and what I'll give you a list at some point, but there is one potential attorney that we're talking to. It might be a good fit. So I don't want to like waste our time like giving you the whole rundown, but
I know. Well, don't stretch yourself too thin. Like, if anything, like, look, I'm going to be here for this appellate thing. And, like, I think I'm going to tell you, and I don't know if you received my message or not, but, like, I am not in a mental state to talk about my family and rehash, like I get a walnut in my throat just even thinking about it. And just, like,
Walnut?
about
Walnut? Who says a walnut? She's such a weirdo, too. She's so strange.
And like,
she say I get a walnut in my throat?
We reviewed an interview that one of her neighbors gave, and she was like the peeping Tom Karen of the neighborhood, he said. And he said she would, and this is all allegedly, this is what a neighbor said, and he said she would wear short shorts and she had like this wicked breath and her like teeth were gross.
I've never is that?
No, I don't know if he said her teeth were gross. I think I might have put that in my mind. I think I added the teeth part.
A saying I've heard, not in my throat. Walnut. Man, your head's shaped like a walnut. Is it not? With that,
is a walnut in their throat. A walnut is like one of the largest nuts there are. Is that a thing? Is that a saying? A walnut, maybe.
With the hair,
people do say a frog in your throat. So
Walnut Boone.
I don't know if you're trying to utilize him as a weapon against me, and had told me that he was going to have go into the judge's chambers with his attorney, and how he was going to turn him against me. So, like, my whole storage unit thing, like, you can't not know that I don't think about that every single day. I think that's something like that was in my storage unit that I think the devil is really trying to get one over on me, because like these seeds of terror are planted.
The devil is getting one over on Sarah Boone. Is that possible? Because I thought Sarah Boone was the devil.
Almost on a daily basis, and he makes me think of like my grandmother's jewelry, like my mother's emerald earrings, like my mother's Bible, my great-grandmother's cookbooks, my baby albums of me and my brother and my father, and just like...
What do you need it for? You're in prison for the rest of your life. I mean, what do you need it for? Like, do you want to give it to your son, who now is so... That's another thing. All of a sudden now, she couldn't be bothered with her son before, but now she just harasses and harangues this kid and the father of the kid.
I think about it every day, Pete. Like, I think about it every single day. And just like, it's just, I have to be honest with you, and it's not you guys. So don't ever think that it's you guys. It's just me. But it's like,
I hope it's one of the first things I noticed. It makes my teeth feel like almost as clean as when I go to the dentist. Like, it just makes them really like, I like the clean feel. And yeah, I hope it helps you.
Of talking about all of the same shit every day. It's like the same shit every day where it's just like, I asked God today, I was like, please, please, please give me some type of breakthrough, you know, like with this family law thing. If I could just file this family law thing, I don't give a damn if it's a continuance or whatever it is. I just don't want to go in there and be like, just totally taken advantage of, spit on, and then pushed over the side of the rail. You know, I don't want that to happen, and I have a feeling that's what he's hoping for and is expecting. If I could just get that filed temporarily, then I can focus on this.
I just think it's so silly, like, because I've seen it so many times, and I don't have I have absolutely no problem with someone having a religion and being religious and like becoming involved in the Bible. You know, that's fine.
I actually like it because I know that they actually are looking for a moral compass of some sort. So I appreciate it. Even if it's not, you know, my cup of tea, my religion or my faith or my particular whatever, I like it. But I think there's a but coming. There's a hard but coming with Sarah Boone because it's rumored. I haven't found it yet, but it's rumored out there that she was even kicked out of Bible study. I don't know. It's just a rumor. Allegedly, this is all for entertainment and educational purposes only. We urge you to go out there and do your own research. But is it such a far stretch to think that Sarah Boone would get kicked out of Bible study? It's not for me. It's not for me.
It's just so silly to me how
even test the Christians' patience, the best Christian. Mother Teresa, she would probably test.
You know, Sarah Boone, you were not out here. And this is the case with most inmates who like do this. It's just such a phenomenon. Like, you know, you're out here doing bad stuff. You know, Sarah, you're out here just drinking yourself into oblivion on wine every night, running around, domestically abusing each other, you and your boyfriend. You know, y'all are just beating the crap out of each other, being awful to each other, drinking yourself into oblivion. You know, ding dang well, you never picked up a Bible. Now you got caught for murder and you get sent to prison. Now, you know, now every bad thing that happens to me, it's Satan and everyone's against me because I just read my Bible and I'm just, you know, I'm just such a nice, like, biblical person and everyone's mean to me, but I just keep reading my Bible. And, you know, I asked God today about that. And then if you got out, if some miracle happened and you got out of prison tomorrow, I'd give it a week and you'd never read that thing again. You'd never pick that book up again. Like,
I don't know if I'd give it a week, and I don't even know if I'd give it a day that she'd be drinking again and doing what she was doing. When I was doing the research to get this show together, I thought it was interesting. I found this over here on Facebook, and there's some old pictures of Sarah Boone. And this guy posted he says, as I sat down to draft a letter to an old friend, Sarah Boone, I couldn't help looking back at these photos of the two of us. Happy days back in 2017 when we worked together. I'm still trying to cope with the fact that in December, Sarah was sentenced to life in prison. Sarah was arrested in 2020 and charged with zipping her boyfriend into a large suitcase as part of a game, then refusing to let him out, even videotaping him pleading to be released because he couldn't breathe. Sarah would claim years of abuse by him, but the jury didn't buy it and convicted her, and the judge gave her a life sentence. Unless she had a successful appeal, Sarah will never see the outside world again. I stayed in touch with Sarah throughout the trial, and we wrote to one another constantly. Her prison sentence still shocks me, especially as I look back at these photos of happier days. If anyone else remembers Sarah, PM me for information on how to write to her. She will appreciate that. So here are some of those photos, and then we'll look at the comments really quick. It looks like it might be like a restaurant of some sort, right? Because I see a Coca-Cola sign back here. And then down in the comments, someone said, "Is this a joke?" And he says, "No, not at all." This person says, "Sounds like a Hitchcock plot. Sorry, I will not be writing anytime soon." And he says, "It's hard to believe this happened." They said, "Really looks like Photoshop, but at least a good job of it." And he says, "I have no idea what that means." And it says, "It means the picture appears to be created using the Photoshop app," which, see, this is another annoying thing. Like, everybody, and this was 21 weeks ago. It's gotten even worse. Everyone thinks everything's Photoshop now. And it's really hard to, like, you have to be skeptical and wonder about everything. This person here posted, "I still can't believe it. I remember our group walk." So here's another photo of Sarah Boone. These were photos I've never seen before. I mean, I'm sure some of you might have already seen them, but I thought they were interesting. Also, look how bloated she is from the drinking. Look at her face. She looks a little chummy with this guy, too. Wow, I don't know what to say. Sounds like a book plot. This person says, "Can't, it's a true story. It's all out there already." And this person says, "I'm so sorry for this loss for you." How is it a loss for him? It's a tragedy. How is it a tragedy for Sarah and her family? It's a tragedy for George. It's not a tragedy, Michael, for Sarah. She looked happy and healthy, much different than when she was arrested. What a radical difference, isn't it? And I can't imagine what she's going through now at age 44, starting a life sentence. This guy is, okay. "From my understanding, alcohol can do that to someone. Is such a shame." Yes, I know for a fact that alcohol abuse contributed to the horrible case. I watch a lot of court TV, strange times we live in. Wow, that's amazing. I actually remember reading about this at the time. Yes, the case got national attention. Sarah kept firing her lawyer, so she spent 4 years in the Orange County jail. I still have all her letters. Can't wait for this to go south, because then we'll get all the letters. Please post one. I prefer protecting Sarah's privacy in that sense. She likes her things posted. She sure does. Where did you work with Sarah Boone? He didn't reply. I know I'm late to the party with this comment, but I just came upon this. Those who say this is photoshopped are ridiculous. It's obviously a genuine photo. People think they're so smart, but oh, look, they're not. Michael Freeman, can I ask you where you were working when you worked with SB? I didn't think she worked very often. Would she still have been married to Brian in the photo? I've been following the case since the beginning, and she just seems like such an unpleasant individual. He might have answered it if they hadn't put the unpleasant part, maybe. Was she different? When did he? Oh, this was only a week ago. Was she different back then? You don't need to respond. I wish you hadn't put that part either. It'd be nice for a response. But that was all. see if he has anything else, Sarah Boone. I don't see anything. But I see photos of a restaurant. Orlando Shakes. Is that where she worked with them? This is 2024. I think this might be where they worked. Orlando Shakes, maybe? Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but I thought this was an interesting little find about our Blame Boone. And I found this over in the Sarah Boone suitcase murder fan. It's where I found the photograph too, and I altered the color. All right, going back over to the phone call. I want to see what you guys are saying in chat. Haven't heard that place. Interesting. I thought she was office help. Maybe she worked in the office. It looked like a restaurant that they were at in that photo to me. If you don't mind, please. Oh, yes, hit the like button. Thank you. Like she kept little. I think she was one of those serial cheaters because it seemed like she was cheating on Brian with George, and she was always trying to make George jealous and stuff. I am late, but she wanted to say, oh, hello, good to see you. Oh, you found me through Jay? Love Jay. Found out that we were both cruising Gratiot at the same time in Michigan. It's crazy how life is so small. Yes, I would love to get to 10K by New Year's Day. We're over halfway there. All right, let's get back to jumpsuit.
It's just so, oh my gosh, so silly. It's so wacky to me how people go to jail and prison for the awful things that they themselves have done, and now suddenly it's like, this shouldn't be happening. I need to, you know what I need to do? I need to take that big step and ask God to like magically get me out of here and like just rearrange the workings of the world.
It's called jailhouse religion, and it's a lot like it reminds me of Pentecostal type apostolic type deal. It's very intense and it's all encompassing, and so that's what Sarah's getting.
World to get me out of here, because that's how much I don't deserve to be in here. You know, only he'll understand. He'll get me out of here. Like, ma'am, you screwed up. You got caught. You're done. Okay. Like,
and jump, like head first, perfect dive off of the high board,
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. But listen,
She's an
I had to
A++ student, don't you know? She probably does have 3 jobs, and they probably can't run without her. Thank God the prison has her.
start fast forwarding through your questions because it started to make me think of things, and my heart got extremely heavy, and I get really sad, and I don't want to cry in front of
Sarah, don't. The point is,
gosh.
You take your time, okay? Like, I'm going to tell you something. I had a twin brother, and he died from a drug overdose.
I'm laughing at Sarah right here in this footage.
I lost it, and I had to check myself into a
when Lauren, the police officer, was in the apartment, she was like, yeah, but she was saying no.
a facility for a while because I was so beyond, and it took me a while before I could even talk forget about talking to anybody. I'm saying talk.
Yes, I go dark like that too.
The way I got out of all of that was by like writing and going back through everything. But it's got to be at your pace, right? Like when you're ready.
Sarah was on like a game show, I think, with her brother, and she is pretty smart. Sarah Boone is pretty smart, but obviously she's not like street smart, or I don't know, common sense smart, or maybe she thinks she's, well, actually it is, she's one of those people that thinks she's, you know, so smart she's above everyone. But she's smart, but she's not like that smart, right? Nobody is really that smart. Is there anybody that smart? I mean, I'm sure there is, but Sarah's not one of them.
God will tell you, your mind will tell you, and we'll pick it up at that point. But I understand like where you are right now. Like, so we're going to keep working and we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to do it at your pace. And I'm here for you, and you know that.
I wonder if the guy talking to her isn't the guy that we just looked at over on Facebook. That would be interesting if it is.
I know you are, and just like, I still don't know how to utilize you because I've never had anybody like you in my life, you know. I don't know what to do because I've never had practice or experience with it before, you know, and I am afraid that I'm always stuck getting the damn short end of the stick on everything.
How long have I been
you
on
get? I hear you, Sarah. You're always stuck getting the thin slice of the cheese. It's rough, you know. I'm always getting the moldy corner of the cheddar. Ma'am.
Well, you didn't get zipped up in a suitcase until you suffocated to death. I mean, there's that. I mean, you didn't get the short end of that.
Hey,
So, you know,
so my Boone content, I call it my sleeper content because the Boone people will find it slowly within the next 3 or 4 days. So if you're a Boone person and you have that answer for me, is this guy here the guy we're hearing on the phone? Just curious. It doesn't matter, but I'm just very curious.
you know, speaking of short end, your haircut, ma'am, it's quite.
I've been talking it with you.
It has to be over a year.
I hate
I'm not going anywhere. And if you don't know that yet, you're out of your gourd. That prison's doing something to you.
Oh, it's life doing it to me because anybody I've ever loved, you have to understand, they either leave me or they die. Think about it.
Oh yeah, let's think about anybody you ever. Yeah, let's think about it. And they either leave you or they die. How do these people die, Sarah? Do they die? I mean, did you kill them?
Okay, this is the documentary guy. Gotcha.
Did you zip them up in a piece of luggage and record them while you laughed and sipped on your, Cabernet as they took their last breaths? What do you mean? Oh, they either leave me or they die. Well, they either leave you in time to get away from you and save their lives, or they get killed by you. That's a better way of putting it.
My entire family, and it's just like, or I'm treated really awful. And just,
I understand who he is now. I know that. I've read about this guy. One of my favorite Sarah Boone channels is Tanika's 2 Cents, and I think I know I've heard about him over there.
like, it's never what I expect it to be. So you have to understand, and this is what I told Julian. You guys, I'm like a dog with my ears back, and I'm being totally submissive and like not trusting you to pet me or not. Like you're
totally forced to smell coconut, whatever.
But it's just like at the same time though, I'm still snarling and showing my teeth.
Yeah.
Still, the way she talked is so weird.
Boo. That was a stupid analogy. You took that well. I'm a dog, but my ears are back, but my tail is wagging, but my toenails have been trimmed, but my fur has been brushed, but I have not been shampooed by the groomers. But
I have been.
I will chew on that bone. But you did, you know, I am having my kibble swapped out for a new brand that I'm not used to. And then at the same time, I do have a doghouse. But there's
They said, no, Sarah, no. They actually said that to me.
no heater in that doghouse, and we're in the middle of winter. Now, I do have a collar, but it's not my preferred color. Now, you know, I'm snarling, but I'm also licking the hand that feeds me that I bit. Ma'am, what are you talking about? If Sarah was a dog, what kind of dog would she be? What'd she look like? You'd be a little.
Ooh, if Sarah was a dog, what kind of dog do you think she would be? And don't say Chihuahua, because Chihuahuas are my favorite. And Sarah would be no Chihuahua. Chihuahuas are cool. So Chihuahuas are off the table. Just kidding. You can say Chihuahua if you want. But what would she be? What do you think?
A little.
Even just an animal. What animal would she be? A rat?
Something just ridiculous. A little mutt.
Yeah, Tanika's great.
She'd be a little. I won't even disrespect the breed of dog by categorizing her as one.
I would hope by now you know her for real, and then I'm here for you. And documentary gets done or not doesn't matter. I'm still always going to be here for you. But let me ask you something. How are you doing on? Let's just do some like house cleaning. How are you doing on all that stuff?
Listen, I didn't want to tell you guys, but the reason why I'm so stressful about this 60 days, y'all need to do your applications for this visitation is because I have $11.25 in my account.
Oh my God, what did I say last time? Oh, now we're getting back to money. She
That's $11.25 on your account. How is she so famous and only has $11.25?
needs more money in her account, guys. Don't you know this is the only reason that we're talking? And why she called? She only has $11.25. Come on. She needs more money. Hurry up.
Hungry. I had to hold onto the railing the other day because my blood sugar got so low that
She needs some of her medicated honey bun snacks. We need to get her some.
Oh my gosh. You little silly little.
I couldn't walk up the hill to go back to work. You guys can't do anything until you're an approved visitor.
Okay, so we got to be approved for. Okay, so I know he's been calling every day and working on that. So once we get approved.
Look, and if you're asking me, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I have the capability to download music.
Yeah.
We got some violin music to play here.
Watch real movies, and I haven't done that yet, and I really want to.
Okay. Well, let's get it work.
Who gives a crap? What is that?
Crying is horrible. We do have something that I wanted to look at, Tanika. There's a little clip of her going up with Paul, and I wanted to take a look at that. Yeah, Tanika's one of my favorite channels.
Have to do with anything.
Here's how serious my medical condition is. Oh, I'm at risk. Low blood sugar. I just got all these medical conditions. And you know what? To top it off, I really didn't even want to go here, but I've got the ability to download music and movies and enjoy them anytime I want. Okay. Well, go right ahead. I mean, what do you, excuse me. Is there a reason you're not doing that? And is there a reason you're telling me this?
Hey, Tanika, it's good to see you.
What is that? And then oh my gosh, somebody needs to slap the crap out of her. I hope one of these women just, oh my gosh.
Well, it's like, I try to not ask for everything, you know, where it's like, because I'm not used to having everything, where it's like, do you need blood sugar snacks, or do you want to watch a movie, or do you want to download music? So if I had to pick, I have to have blood sugar snacks.
So you're telling me
If she had to pick, she would pick the medicated honey buns. But if you're offering, I would like to watch a movie while I'm medicating myself.
the officers come, boom, 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 boom.
Sarah Boone, it's us, the prison guards. Open up. And you open your cell. And all right, Sarah, it's 3 p.m. That means you either get to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or get a small box of gumdrops for your blood sugar. What's it going to be? You can't have both. What's it going to be, Sarah? Blood sugar
or
Guardians of the Galaxy 2? You saw number 1 last week, right? Don't you want to know how it ends? Yeah. Well, you can find out the answer. You can tune in. But you got to give us your low blood sugar. You gotta sacrifice your level of blood sugar. Yeah.
You're feeling like you want to live on the edge, Sarah Boone. Do you want your medicated snackies? Or what did he say? Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what about George, Sarah?
Does this make any sense to anybody? What are you talking about?
How things go with? How are you? Have you made any friends there? Like, what? Talk to me.
Oh my God. I mean, I have one friend. Okay, me and has been lying to me because I don't know why, and he couldn't answer me. But like, I simply just want pictures. Has not sent me pictures of him since he's been 10 years old. And he keeps telling me he's going to. He keeps telling me he did. He doesn't respond to me on the tablet for 5 years, and just they both keep lying to me and just. Called me names on the phone the other day, and I think he's just really angry at me. And then we ended up having a really good conversation. And I want you to know too, like, I begged and tearfully pled to fill out the application for. And he said that he did it on February 7th. He should have been approved already, and they're not even on my list. The only people showing up, believe it or not, listen, is all the way in effing Australia.
Oh my gosh, these beeps. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not necessary to bleep out everything that's being bleeped. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to complain, but Jesus Christ, like.
And the 2 people that took
probably, I suspect, over on Tanika, if she's gone through this, she's filled in the blanks. So I will go over there because I'm positive she's filling them in.
care of my 2 dead dogs. So it's just like, where is everybody?
Her 2. Oh, so now the dogs have passed away. I wondered. I mean, she said they were old and whatever, and it was reported she wasn't taking care of them. But of course, she used them, as a ploy during her, her trial or sentencing or whatever, that she was, like taking care of these 2 dogs, but she wasn't even taking care of herself.
I don't understand why nobody's being approved. And I know Julian said that his was because he's probably been incarcerated before, but he's not even showing up on my list. I don't understand. Like, if you can call Miss and say, listen, I filled it out on this date. Why am I not approved yet? And then is very special.
I'll get a suggestion. Instead of beeps, can we just like make it silent? Just.
But I mean, I'm sure she's got a crew. Like, she's got the flying monkeys. And so, I mean, I'm sure I could fill in the blanks if I sat down and thought about it hard enough and really listened to what she was saying. But my mind is wandering because Sarah Boone makes my mind wander. It's very interesting. I was thinking she kind of like, I was starting to think that maybe she used ChatGPT to talk, but she actually, when she talks, she literally talks a bunch of word salad, even when she talks. So maybe she's not using ChatGPT.
Have 0 audio instead of these loud, annoying beeps.
About it also because she keeps sending me these screenshots that says that she is approved, but she can't even send me $25. So like,
is this guy one of the flying monkeys? This guy here, is that one of the flying monkeys? Or is that the guy that got mad at her and no longer talks to her? Because I know she had a falling out with a guy recently.
I don't understand what they're doing, or if they just don't get
this is an outrage. She can't even send you $25. This is ridiculous. Call the White House, call the FBI, call the United Nations, call the Vatican. What?
Done. I'm on.
Sarah Boone needs her $25, people. Her blood sugar gets low. And because of that, she's not able.
Her great-great-uncle's aunt had it too. She knows she has it. It runs in the family.
To watch,
Everybody is upset about it as Sarah Boone.
Halloween 7.
Blame Boone.
Like, what?
Two shits, or if it's because, like, one of my friends said that it's because I'm an, in quotes, high-profile case. I said, no, that has nothing to do with it. I'm just another...
She almost called herself an influencer, I think. Oh, let me test this. Jay said if I just hit the arrow button, it'll take it back a second. Let me see if that's true. Ah, it is.
Said that it's because I'm an, in quotes, high-profile case. I said, no, that has nothing to do with it.
I think she was about to say influencer.
One of my friends said that it's because I'm an, in quotes, high-profile...
Oh, she said in quotes. Sorry.
case. I said, no, that has nothing to
in quotes. That's what she says. She says I'm in quotes. A high profile use. Oh, jeez.
do with it. I'm just another inmate like everybody else. But
I'm
and
just a regular
I think that I'm taking
girl.
this off because I send her an inmate request form.
I have $11.25 in my commissary. I'm just a regular girl.
Every single week for updates of who is on my list and who is actually approved. Should have been here and should have already been scheduled to come see me. It's just wild.
Just so you know, you're allowed to keep their names in there. You don't have to bleep names of staff and just people out. It's fine. It's not doxing.
And then Julian told me that you and he are planning to come see me. I think my life will change. Our life will change together with the three of us going forward futuristically and everything if we were to see each other in person and hug each other.
Yeah.
I know I need that for a fact.
Yeah.
It's like a boost of energy, man, and I need that.
I know.
Sarah needs a hug.
And the thing is, every time you call, you talk to a different person, they give you a different answer. You send emails, they go.
Tell Julian. Julian is in contact with her. Oh, okay. So really quick before I forget. Please, if anything, may I have one hot meal? May I have a hot meal in between of all the visitations?
Yes, but we got to get on that.
Yeah, we'll get you a steaming pile of cheese. You don't get no hot meals. You're a hot mess.
What? I don't understand. She wants a hot meal? They don't get hot meals?
We got to get on that.
Yeah, we'll get you a steaming pile of cheese.
If anything, may I have one hot meal? May I have a hot meal in between of all the visitations?
Yes, but we got to get on that.
Yeah, we'll get you a steaming pile of cheese. You don't get no hot meals. You're a hot mess. Talking about. Can I have a hot meal? You're a hot mess. Okay.
Sorry, I was
For us to
coughing.
be able to do that.
No, for hot meals, you guys don't. Hot meals, you don't have to be an approved visitor.
We went down to the cafeteria. We interviewed Lindsay from the Lindsay show, and she was in the same prison. And she said one of the best things about that prison is they have good food, which I was shocked. But I mean, as prisons go, she said the food was pretty good.
But
Oh,
you
my
have to go
gosh.
and you have to order it.
Okay.
I just found
That's all she don't care. That's all she cares about: commissary money to buy food. You can send me a hot meal. Why is my visitation list not being updated? You know why she cares? Because you have to be on the visitation list technically in order to send money for food or send hot meals. She just wants food. She just wants cheese. All roads lead to the cheddar, baby. That's it. She's just, and it ain't one thing that we all know. It ain't easy being cheesy, and she's cheesy, and she's trying to get her cheese, and she's orchestrating this operation right.
Sarah and the cheese. It seems like she'd be really constipated. Can you imagine being constipated in prison? Oof.
Here.
out the other day from the girl because I was upset, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I feel really bad."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "You can get a hot meal in between of everything." And then she explained it to me, but you have to go on and do it.
Okay.
I mean, if I may, please.
Julie know how to do that?
I don't think so. It's icaregifts.com. Like just the letter I, care, C-A-R-E, gifts. .com.
I swear, I so badly. Oh gosh, I have a.
So, like, is she trying to get from him? Because I know you can like order pizzas and baskets and stuff like that. Is that? Are there special meals you can order? Hot meals? Is that what she's trying to get from him?
I have a devious idea. I want to reach out to her through whatever inmate communication system they have. I want to spend the money to reach out to her and be like,
we do get hot meals, I think, but during visitation it sounds like maybe they give you the cold, but she's saying that you have to order the hot. She didn't do that?
oh my gosh, I've heard these phone calls and how hungry you are, and I can't imagine, and oh my goodness, please tell me how I can help. How can I get you more food? How can I send you hot meals? How can I deliver cheese to you?
Diabetes.
And I want her to respond back, and I'm going to add, like, give me every single last detail. Then I'm going to tell her it's coming. It's right here. Okay, I just sent this. You have $100 coming here. I just sent you hot meals for the. I just paid enough money to send you hot meals for the next 6 months straight. Oh my gosh, I got 3 kinds of cheese imported from Italy, heading to your cell, and then just never talk to her again and never send her anything.
She's got to go through the nonsense of having to order it. It's just not going to show up. What a pain that is. Like, just fucking order it then. Sarah Boone, order it. How about that? Order it. Get off your ass.
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Okay, so and then I go there and I look you up and I can just do it right over.
I
Yeah.
don't care what it is, just don't get me any burgers. The burgers are usually uncooked and I don't like them.
Oh,
At least from county. I haven't had that one here yet.
no burgers? What if they're cheeseburgers?
No problem. No burgers. I wrote it down. I promise.
Please don't. The girl that I saw one time, she got the nachos and the chicken tenders, and it was
And it was what? What did she say?
Excuse me? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. What did she just ask for? What did she just ask for? What did she just ask for?
What? I feel like
Her number one request, nachos. What comes on nachos, people? Oh my goodness. I told you she's freaking cheese addict. She's got cheese coming out of her eyeballs. Like when she cries.
Schoolhouse Rock, where he was hankering for a hunk of cheese. That's Sarah Boone.
Queso drops down her cheeks. When she, oh my God. Oh my gosh. She's a cheese demon. She's a little cheese monster. What? I've never cheesed anything like this in my life.
was freaking gigantic. So I can eat off of that for maybe like a day and a half. Like save some of the chicken tenders in a Ziploc bag and eat off of it for a day or two.
No.
Okay, so you want chicken tenders, nachos.
Is that safe to leave chicken tenders out for a day or two? I mean, I guess everything's heavily processed, but that doesn't seem safe.
Yeah, it comes together. I don't have any other information. I don't know how much. I don't know anything about this.
All right, I'll take care. I'm gonna do it once we hang up. I'm gonna get online.
She wants nachos.
Go around and figure out some stuff.
Rewatching Orange is the New Black lately, and that reminds me of Boo when she got the corn and she stuffed it up underneath her armpits. That's what that reminds me of. Like, is Sarah Boone carrying shit like up under her armpits and like and her boobs, or like what's going on? Why is she carrying baggies of chicken tenders around for a day or two. Are they frozen when they come? Like what? What?
To send you, but
But cheese.
we are in the process of just starting this thing. I sent you that email. Look, like I said before, Sarah, this is at your pace. Forget even about the fact
This is
that,
incredible.
for the film, like Human to Human, one of the most rewarding, best things I ever did in my life was sit down and write and just and think about.
Darling, I have to have
Amazing that they have access to a refrigerator and to a cooler. And yeah, okay.
pen and paper, though. That's the other thing I haven't wanted to tell you. I need pen and paper.
She needs money for pen and paper. She needs money.
Yeah,
Send her
I
money.
need a pen and a pencil.
Give her
for
money.
My work, so I can have something to write with.
Duh.
You need to be able to have every single day.
She needs your money.
I mean, I know it's a drag, but it's important, Sarah. I mean, you're there for a reason.
For you, Pete.
But
Okay, it's for you, and that's all you have to say.
I know my mom.
Well,
My mom called me the other day and was like, "Why is every time I call you, your phone goes right to voicemail?" I was like, "I don't know." Sarah was telling me the same thing, and she was like, "Oh my God, tell Sarah I said hello." She's dying.
Yes.
She's gonna send you. Is it okay if she sends you a letter? She wants to write you a letter.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, for sure, fine. As long as she takes a little something out of that Social Security, disability, and retirement check and puts it on my books for Cheez-Its and Cheetos. Well, I mean,
Please, she can be my mom in the meantime. Listen, you
Oh
guys
my
don't.
God.
I don't listen. When words come out of your mouth, I trust you. What you say, I believe what you say, and I feel that I can use it to my life in whatever application and any way. So when you tell me that I can
A
come,
bunch of word salad. My gosh, who talks like this? I could not handle it. But also she talks so much about food. I wonder if she talked about food this much when she was out of prison. Like, I wonder if this is just a prison thing, because she does talk about food a lot.
live there, I'm coming to live there, and I'm taking care of all of the animals, especially after you guys sent me pictures. Some of the pictures are so ethereal. It looks like it's from a fantasy. And
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
I get
well, Sarah, it is a fantasy. The idea that you believe that you're actually going to get out
Yeah, it is.
and go live a life outside of prison again. It is ethereal.
up and I go through all of this shit because I know that I get to go there.
We specialize in rescuing, so.
Well, I'm slowly but surely letting you guys pet me too, so it's perfect. So you'll have a
Pet her?
Letting them pet you? Is that what she said? I'm letting
What does that mean, pet her?
you guys pet you. Hang on.
get to go there.
We specialize in rescuing.
Repeat that.
So.
Well, I'm slowly but surely letting you guys pet me too, so it's perfect.
What a weirdo. She's so weird. Like, I don't even have the right word for it today. It's the nighttime. I'm shutting down. I've been up since 3 a.m. But she's weird. Like, she's just like one of those, like, not good weird. Because I like weird. I do. I look for weird, but she's like not the good weird. She's just like the bad weird. Yeah, Sarah Boone's just like the bad weird.
Ma'am, nobody wants to pet you. Your hair's hard as concrete. I'd probably get what do they call it? A road burn, road rash. You know, when you were a kid and you were riding your bike down the street and you fell off and you caught yourself with your hands and it skint the.
I don't think she was that concerned about food here, because look at her. She's got the alcohol bloat, but she was really tiny.
Skin off your hand. I'd get road burn just petting your hair. It's so stiff. I don't know how much hairspray you're using. I don't know what you're doing. You got Gorilla Glue in there. You got.
She's got colics. I think she's got a lot of colics. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna talk about the beauty aspect here. I think she's got a lot of colics here, so I think she uses a lot of gel and product right here, and she's got. Yeah, I think she's just got a lot of colics, because you can kind of tell. And you can see, like, she always looks like she has bedhead, too, in the back. So I think Sarah has a lot of colics.
Ma'am, nobody wants to pet you. First of all.
She's a nut.
My goodness.
Perfect. You'll have a leash on and I'll be walking and I'll just, tricks and everything.
Excuse me?
Is Sarah getting into the furry life? Is that Sarah went to prison and became a furry? Is that what's happening? Ah. Furry Boone.
And once you do the trick, do they reward you by throwing a little slice of cheese in your mouth? Good girl.
My aunt and uncle had a dog. When it would run away, you would have to get a piece of cheese, and then, like, it was always like, the unwrap it and then throw it up in the air and yell cheese, so it would run back. And I know that because I babysat. You'd have to be like cheese, and it would run back to you. That's terrible. We put out a thing of cheese and just go cheese.
You just get cheesed, just right on your face. What are you talking about? Are you okay? Ma'am? Ma'am? You talking to a professional about putting a leash on you and walking you and making you do tricks and getting pets from him. Let me hear that again.
So.
Well, I'm slowly but surely letting you guys pet me too, so it's perfect.
Is that an old wives' tale or something?
So you'll have a leash on and I'll be walking and I'll just, tricks and everything. Thank you in advance.
All right.
Well,
So,
I think, are you okay? Are you okay?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Sarah, excuse me, Sarah. Are you okay? What are you? Do you need a shock collar around your neck? What do you? She's got fleas. She's got worms. It's
good. That whole thing that
deworm her.
happened was a big knock, and it's gotten even worse, which I don't want to get into. But it's okay. My feet are still tapping, and I got friends and family, and I got you, and I got people in my life that care, and that's what's important.
And love and support. Listen,
Yeah.
I have died to see you because I hated that I could see everybody that I truly adore and love in my effing trial, and then I couldn't hug anybody.
Well, listen, so once I hang out with you, I'm going to call Julian, and I'm going to figure out where we are with that, and he's going to, I know he is 100% on top of it.
And call the officer.
I'm a little curious why there's a basketball goal on the front porch. What do you practice? You can't even practice your free throws there. I mean, what?
For her son. That was for her son. She didn't go out and play with them. George did. George would go out and play ball and have fun with the son while Sarah sat in the house and drank.
Is there no driveway? Is there? I mean, why is this?
It's a
It
town.
just doesn't make sense. And then also we got the if we back up right here, just a little more. Yep. Bing. Yep. We take note over here to the right of the burglar bars on the windows.
Those are blind.
What do you think someone can in and steal? Your cheese collection? Your big old barrel of white cheddar cheese balls? I don't...
He is he trying to set up a phone call with me? Joseph, he said that's all he was waiting for was Miss to give him a date and a time.
I'll call Julian. Everything he says that he's doing, he is 100% doing.
God bless you. Jesus, I'm so effing hungry. You don't even know. And you don't even know.
She just needs Canada Girl, get a meal.
Hungry.
I sent him Kevin Beck's information also. Can you double check to make sure he got that and confirm it later?
Definitely. Perfect.
There she's begging for a hose from the spigot and just her Dr. Pepper. I bet you there was something in it.
And Shelby is Tony Henderson's secretary or assistant or whatever she is, and she can get a hold of James's ass, if not Tony or whoever else to get on him also. Shelby is an asset, and y'all just need to get a hold of her via email. I don't have her phone. You can probably look up the law firm where she works with Tony. But I got Kevin's and I got Shelby on there too for you guys. Please.
Perfect.
Jesus Christ. All his archangels know how much I love you.
Okay. Take care, Sarah.
Yes, and I'll call you here the next day or two, okay? But I'm going to call you because I still want to find out and make sure you're okay, and then just touch base from there, okay?
Yeah, she
You call me
cares.
whenever you want.
She cares.
Cares. She's a giver.
Yeah, well, there's your Sarah Boone stuff.
She's a giver, that Sarah Boone. She wants some hot meals. Can a girl get a hot meal? Is that so bad to ask for a hot meal? Okay, we're gonna pop over and we're gonna take a peek at Tanika went up on reporting live from the sofa. I haven't had a chance to take a look at it, but I did want to look at that with you guys. And so be sure to give this live a thumbs up, guys. Helps us go out into the algorithm and party out there. Bring more people back. It's just a free way to help me out, and it's really, really appreciated. Also, if you like my content, over on YouTube, we have a membership program. It is called the Dragonflies. I chose the Dragonflies because the Dragonflies have been around. A dragonfly has been around since the dinosaurs, and they're able to, they used to be as big as yardsticks, and they just kind of adapt to their environment. And I felt like those are the time for people that I wanted around me. I just wanted people that were, you know, had been around for a while, knew what was up, able to adapt and survive. Kind of felt like a dragonfly myself. Here, let me show you a little something about the program if you're interested.
And if you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? I would really, really, really love to have you as a power subscriber. If you really like my content, be sure to become a dragonfly, and that's our membership, and it's $2.99 a month. I release all my videos early. We have special emojis over in the chat room. I kind of share things ahead of time with my dragonflies, and I go live sometimes just for the dragonflies. It's a way that I can support you guys and give you more content, and it's a way for you to support our channel. It's $2.99 a month, and I would love to have you.
The link is floating in the chat, and it will be also in the YouTube show notes. Thank you, Kim, for putting that up for me. Okay, so Tanika went up on Paul's channel, and Paul is he's very funny, reporting live from the sofa. He's an animal lover. I love his new set. I really love this green. I'm really into teal right now. So I was really excited when I saw that he had a teal background. And so Tanika and Paul, what an amazing mashup. So let's take a quick peek at this.
Thing in the cafeteria. She's got a little Bible study.
Something, right?
The Psalms of Sarah, something.
There was some woman from LA who offered to dress her for court. I wish she would have taken up that offer. I loved your memes when you were like, what if she showed up in like a...
Know that somebody offered to dress her. I know that she wanted a clothing allowance, but I didn't know that she offered to dress her.
wedding gown or
I mean,
Alexander McQueen gown.
But I could see her doing it. It's all they had.
Her showing up in a wedding gown in court, that would be so funny.
Questions, I have concerns, I'm scared, I want my mommy. I think lying and manipulating is her full-time job.
Y'all, the tea is going to be piping hot today, okay? Why, you might ask? Well, because Tanika's 2 senses come to hang out on the sofa. Y'all, Tanika has been doing the Sarah Boone case, covering this, oh my goodness, for a minute, okay? She has a great personality, great research, and great, well, tea, let's be honest. So she came here to sit with us and talk about the Sarah Boone family court drama case, the phone calls that Hear Me Out just got on his web channel. Check him out as well. So we talk about all that in this video. And basically what I did is I just kind of interviewed her about, you know, all the stuff she did. She went to Sarah Boone's family court trial. She did that. So she just like let me sit there and pick her brain. And it was amazing. So I'm so honored to have her on the sofa moment for today's video. I hope she comes back and does another one. Once the family court case for Sarah Boone like wraps up, she's like, oh yeah, we'll come back, we'll do this again. And then well, for other cases too, good Lord almighty. So that being said, give her a follow, check her.
She's covering the she's doing a lot on Donna Adelson too, if you're interested. She does a lot of Florida cases, Tanika does. So a lot of good work.
Out all that, and then of course
it's weird too because she's in chat, so I feel like it's like weird talking about someone when like they're right there.
Your true crime blankie, get your cuppa because you are definitely going to sip it from the cuppa in today's video.
Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup.
Talking about you when you're right there. It is. I feel like I'm like you know when you're sitting next to your friend and they're telling like stories about you and you're like, yeah.
Now hold on everybody, let's do a quick sofa sidebar now. Keep in mind, ain't no cop, ain't no doctor, ain't no lawyer, ain't no therapist, ain't none of that fancy credentialed stuff, okay? Only credentials we got up in here is my sass, and this sofa. Now keep in mind also, I'm just giving my opinions on very public information.
I'm gonna move it forward. The link will be down in the YouTube show notes if you want to watch it without my commentary.
You know, before the internet and all that stuff, because I'm in my 50s. But yeah, and then I was at home. I had a baby, came back from maternity leave like now. And I was like, I need more to do. They're not giving me enough to do at work. So one night I just recorded a reaction to Sarah Boone, like after, I think it was the one with Cashman, when I was like, does she think the judge is the manager? Like, she was like, she's not being nice to me. And I was like, I just got to react. And so I created the channel. I posted the one video. I left it there for like 30 days. And then I went back and I had 2 subscribers. I was like, oh, I'm going to make more videos. So yeah, that's how it started. And I like to get the receipts, but I also like to give, you know, what my intuition is telling me about the information. So that's how I came up with Tanika's 2 cents.
Awesome. And I love your 2 cents on your stuff.
Thank you.
So like I told you,
beautiful. You look really, when you showed up to court, you were wearing the same, I think you were either wearing leopard or a brown color, and you look really good in there. It really shows off your skin and your hair.
and like I've told like my viewers and stuff like that. So we followed Sarah Boone for her criminal trial against in relation to killing her boyfriend, George Torres. So after that, I kind of was like, can't with Sarah Boone, like here we're moving on, but she kept going. And so I've been like really coming to you to hear me out. Y'all are my 2 channels that I kind of go to hear the Sarah Boone family court drama. So what I'd like to
Danielle Chevron too. She's really funny and she does a great job on Sarah Boone.
Do is pick your brain, because you've gone to the trial, you've gotten all the receipts, you've been following it from like boom, 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 you've got her tea. So what I want to do is basically just pick your brain about the whole situation, because a lot of my viewers are probably like me. Well, a lot of my viewers watch you because they love you, but some of them are like me where they're like, okay, what's Sarah doing now? What's this? Well, I saw this little video, but we haven't followed it. So could you start off by just giving us a quick little synopsis of this is what the family court is essentially about. This is where it stands. This is what we're waiting on to happen next.
Oh, absolutely. So just a quick flashback. We know she was with George because she unfortunately unalived him. They got together in 2018. She also got divorced in 2018. She has one son who just turned 14. So once she was arrested, her husband continued paying her alimony. He owed her alimony through April of 2024. He was paying her $1,000 in some form. It wasn't all cash because she couldn't have that much on her account. Then he decided after she fired Bankowitz, like she's not trying to get this resolved. I'm not going to pay her anything. So he went to the court and said, you know what? We've had a change in circumstances. I would like to eliminate child support because the kid is with me 100% of the time. And I don't think she needs alimony. Like voluntarily, she intentionally unalived.
There's any other like case law out there that any husband or wife is out there paying alimony to somebody that's in prison? It just seems like that would be null and void, but obviously we see it's not. But to me, I just would have never, but of course it's Sarah Boone, so.
Her boyfriend, so she's where she wants to be. So then Sarah started freaking out and she filed a contempt motion, right? Like he's not doing what he's supposed to do. And the judge said, until your criminal case is resolved, it doesn't really make sense to do this because depending on what happens, depends on if.
How Sarah Boone has gotten away with so much in her life is that she just wears people down until they say just give in to her will. Because there are people like that. They'll just wear you down.
He owes you, right? So he's laying the groundwork like, girl, if you going to jail, if you going to prison, he don't have to pay you. So it drug out. Obviously, her criminal case didn't end until last year. So then they started filing in January of this year to get things going. 1 is regarding alimony. 2 is regarding child support. Although at the trial, and Hear Me Out went there too. We were there. Not together, but we were there. The alimony at the trial, she agreed no more child support, but she wanted to dictate what happened to it, even though it wasn't in her pocket. So she gets to say he gets an Xbox or whatever. He wanted attorney's fees because he was like, she's not being agreeable. I tried to settle this. We settled our whole entire marriage through mediation and she didn't want to do it. So I want like $14,000 in attorney's fees and I want child support from her. The fuzzy part is because he didn't file until 2022, he's technically on the hook for alimony for 2020, 21, and until he filed in 22. However, all
right, so that makes complete. I could not figure out why he would owe anything, but if he failed to file for that year and a half, that's what she's fighting for. Because I know that he even offered a payout, and now she didn't want to take it, but I think she wants the payout now.
Moment she got arrested, she was responsible for child support because that was the trigger for it. Of like, the child can't spend the night with you. There's no more time sharing. He's had him 100%. You owe him. So I feel like it's going to come out in the wash. But
I was going to say, wouldn't it be a wash? Then it sounds like it's probably just going to be a wash because her child support triggered the moment she got arrested. But he failed to do it for a year and a half. But it doesn't matter because then she should have been paying him. So
waiting on Judge Jackson's order. Sarah had a closing argument to turn in. She turned it in a month late. We're not sure. I keep asking and people are like, well, maybe the judge is busy with like kids who actually have both parents and need like the judge to step in. He's basically safe from her, which is the important part, right? The judge is to like do what's in the best interest of the child. So we're waiting any day. It could drop today. It could drop tomorrow. We'll have to hop back on as soon as it does.
I mean, girl, I'm talking, you get your
that it still hasn't dropped yet. Like it was supposed to drop any day, like 2 weeks ago.
your butt right back to this channel right here when that drops. We're gonna have to talk. Okay, so a few questions right off the bat. Number one, is it possible that she's gonna have to pay him, Brian, her honeymoon money? Because like if it comes like she has to owe him money, like where's she gonna get this money? Does she have money somewhere else, or does she have to pay him money out of her like prison job money eventually or something?
So she could have to pay out of the prison job, but immediately, because we know he owes for those 2 years, so that's like $24,000, maybe a little over, because it was a little more than 2 years. So whatever that is, $1,000 a month. But then it gets offset by the child support she owes. So he's not actually like losing any money. It's they're kind of moving it around on paper. You know what I mean? Like he gets a credit, she gets a debit. For sure, the $14,000 she's going to have to pay because she was dragging this out, filing all these crazy motions. Like all her friends, her representatives, as she calls them, have been like calling his lawyer, calling him. Somebody showed up at his house where his son lives. And even she mentioned it in trial, like one of my friends from Australia mailed him something, didn't she? And he's like, yes, a record. Like, ma'am, you're giving your son's address to like randos that you met on the internet? But that's our Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is so wild. Now, in a minute, we're going to get to like
in shock, but I shouldn't be in shock because she said it all. That's our Sarah. She's putting her son in literal danger. Oh God. Continue in using him just to get what she wants.
Like, because I'm like dying now to talk about some of the stuff I heard in the phone calls, but I'm just like holding myself in for a second. So on this, first of all, you said you went to the trial. Could you talk about like what your experience was like how many days were you there? What was the vibe? Was she on a video camera? Like, how was it all set up?
So not a video camera. She was on a telephone. So we didn't even get to see her, but we knew before we went. It ended up only being one day. They had like a pre-trial conference. Everything was like via video conference. But that one, Brian and his lawyer showed up, and obviously the judge was there in person. Her prison wouldn't send her. When we found that out during the trial, because like one of the officers came on to like kind of tell the judge, you're running over and you need to coordinate this better. And she was like, ma'am, it was all YouTube people who came, either people who have channels or just other true crime fans. Brian's lawyer brought his brother there, and they were over it. Like, they're rolling their eyes, they're cracking jokes, they're making fun of her. Like, she's just saying, "Excuse me, Your Honor, I'm sorry, I'm doing the best that I can." Like, ma'am, just ask your questions. She told her so many times the reasons we are here. The relocation is one of them. He already relocated, but it was temporary. The legal fees, lawyer fees, and the alimony. That's why we're here. Don't talk about this other stuff. Because she was like, "Brian." And then she was like, "You do realize you're under oath, right?" And the judge was like, "Stick to the topics." She's just like a naughty child.
100%. Her voice and the way that she speaks in that condescending, entitled, like, "I got you" moment type thing. I mean, it sends shivers down my spine. When I listened to the phone call, I was like, I didn't think I was ever going to, like, she gives me a visceral reaction. Like, it really, she's just that type person. And I'm sure she has drugged the prison through the mud, like, not the mud, but like put them through it with her behavior and antics, especially this, because as you saw, like in the murder trial, and as well as this one here, she's all about, well, number one, perpetually being a victim, you know, in every circumstance possible. She is, "Woe is me, it's been done to me." But also, I think she's just bored and she likes controlling the environment and things around her. And she does that through the manipulation of the court, the documents, this, that, you know, because it's just like, girl, like, why are we, I mean, I get she doesn't have anything else to do, you know? So
it sounds like she's tried to control everything her whole entire life. That's what Sarah is all about. It's all about Sarah Boone and control.
I can appreciate that part where I'm like, well, it's probably better than sitting in your cell. And like, you know, she doesn't have any friends. You know, I mean, we learned that on the prison calls. They don't like her there either.
Right.
So she's probably just kind of like twiddling her thumbs. Now, let me ask you this. So you've been like getting like documents, like her text message or like the things like that. What's the general vibe of the things that you've gotten, whether it's, what have you gotten? Like her jail records? What is it?
So I got all of her jail records when she was at Orange County. I get all of her prison stuff. They don't send me the commissary. They used to send it like when she first was in prison. But like, I know her phone record, so I use this thing, a web application, and to look these people up. Her visitation, which she's had no one visit her, but if you want to send her money, you have to sign up for a visitation, right? That was one of the things in the family court. She was like, she wanted the judge to find Brian in contempt because he hadn't filled out an application for her son, for he and her son to come visit. And the judge was like, I didn't order that he can't be in contempt of a non-order. But also she was like, she wanted to see his job, and she's like, I don't think he's doing it because he doesn't want to tell me his job. It's like, ma'am. So I get those. I get like her disciplinary thing. So she got in trouble for lying. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Yeah. So she actually was for one of the hearings for the family court where she took her tablet in with her and she wasn't supposed to. And then the guard called her on it and she was like, "Oh, officer blah, blah, blah said I could do that." And then they talked to this other officer. They're like, "I don't even know what she's talking about." So she had her commissary taken away for 30 days. But yeah, so what else do I get?
That must have been like hell for Sarah Boone. I see down here it says Sarah's prison Bible study fans and the weird mini fandom around her. We're going to skip up to that.
Everyone's space, especially Brian and her perceived.
I will say Sarah Boone is very, very concerned about her food. Even over on Reddit, they were talking about it. And this person says, "I was just watching Lockdown 23-in-1 and they make a top ramen jail sandwich and said to myself, Self, what does Sarah eat in prison now that PB&J have cut ties with Sarah? Her commissary funds must be getting low. No more hot meals. So I wonder what kind of medical junk food she eats. She's too lazy to cook like Lockdown 23-in-1. And even if she tried to pool ingredients with other inmates, I doubt they'd want to share with her. So what's for dinner, Sarah? Lay's potato chips and Dr. Pepper, just like in the good old days." I added that, but yeah. So this food conversation is a hot topic that Sarah brings up quite a bit. And And this person, but here in that one, she said she only had $11.25 on her commissary. That can't buy you a lot because stuff's expensive in prison. They mark that shit way up, and yeah. So the topic of Sarah Boone and eating is a hot topic.
Like, number one, the money she thinks he has. There's this whole thing about, his parents give him like $250,000 to $500,000 a year, and that's why he doesn't work. And blah, 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 blah. Do we know, where did she get this? Is true? Do we know, where did this come from?
So this is just my 2 cents, because she talks about in that same conversation, Brian having that, she gets it a little wrong, but Brian had a credit card charged off. And so that ended up in court, public record, and someone sent her those records, right? Because it was charged off, I'm guessing he's not getting paid $250,000 a year because it was an $8,000 credit card, right?
Okay, yeah.
But whoever showed it to her either didn't know well enough how vindictive she was, because then she goes down and it's like, oh, it's all Uber Eats. Well, ma'am, he's feeding your son. You know what I mean? But she does say they've always had money, and that's the reason why she stayed married to him so long. I think there is truth in that, right?
Oh, yeah.
She stopped working soon after she had the son, which is how she ended up with $1,000 in alimony when they divorced, right? For 4 years or whatever. She counted on that. But even then, their house went into foreclosure. I know all their business, honey. Their house went into foreclosure like a couple times. And then she's like, oh, he never told me. You know why? Because you weren't paying for anything, ma'am. Because I would know if my house was in foreclosure, because I'd know if I wrote a check and it got cashed or not. To me, she's stuck at 14. She's that entitled 14-year-old. Somebody else needs to solve her problem. The world owes her everything. And if you piss her off, she's never going to let you forget it.
Completely. Now,
never let you forget it or forgive it. She is one of those people that remembers a slight from years ago and just ruminates on it, just like Dr. Yawn when, Lori, he was about to drop his best line ever from 10 years ago, and that's why she never was welcome back up on panel, that type of person.
Back to kind of like the money part of that right there. So do you think that this is kind of the vibe I got? It's almost like she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom / wife, whatever. So as she had the son, it was like, maybe she viewed Brian as like, oh, I got my meal ticket now. Maybe she thought his family had money. Like, is there signs that the family had money and she would have thought that? And she's like, this is my lottery ticket? Or is she just like making this up?
I think she thought they had money because even on the calls, I heard her say it's old money. It's in trust. Well, Boone is not old money. We would know that name. It's not like a Kennedy or a Vanderbilt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
or whoever that is that the Rockefeller. It's not that. But and who knows? Because her family were blue collar people. So maybe this is a lot of money to her. Maybe. Either way, that doesn't mean your parents.
Maybe they were just like upper or well, I don't know. I looked at Sarah Boone's family. Well, I think Sarah Boone's, it was said that some of them were blue collar and, but her mother like worked in the garden club and stuff like that. But I don't know. She does act like Brian Boone. Well, she says he comes from money, that his family has money.
Parents are funneling all their money to you. Like, I know they
really looked at them. I never looked into Brian Boone.
Own property in multiple states.
As far as I'm concerned, Brian Boone and her son are just more living victims of Sarah Boone.
But it doesn't mean like Brian has an untapped access, so much so that he can then kick Sarah down some ends in prison. You know what I mean? Like, if he has the money, let it go to his son. If he's unemployed, let it stay in the household with this. That's the mama bear in me. Like, what are you talking? But she definitely thinks they have money. She told it to all of her flying monkeys, is what her supporters. She's saying it on the call again, just very cavalier. Like, they have money, they're hiding it from me. Like, his parents owe you money. They don't need to hide their money from you. Yeah. It's not yours.
That's so weird. Now, another thing in the phone calls that she was so pressed about was the bidet that Brian got. She was so upset over this $2,000 bidet. And I'm just like, why are we so fixated on this? Do we know anything about the bidet? Like, what is the mysterious bidet?
He got a bidet. It's in his room. Allegedly, the son was complaining because the dad was using the bath. This is all through Sarah, which also is like, she's Like, why are you questioning your son about his dad? If he brings it up, you should be like, no, babe, let's not talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, you're pumping him for information because the only way she knows is from the son. But
but the moment the son brings up Brian, I'm sure like her ears grow 10 times the size, right? She's all ears.
And what does she say? Like, he can't even wipe his own butt or whatever. She says the A word. But I'm like, that's not why people have bidets, ma'am.
She's so bitter over the money being spent. And like you said, what we were talking earlier, the things she
forbid Brian wants to clean Heine. I mean, what a horrible thing. Not.
She's naming off. It's like just normal everyday life. The DoorDash, the this, the that. And she's acting like, well, they went to Louis Vuitton twice a week and did this. And now they're off to Paris. And it's like, girl, they're just lit. He's raising your son.
Right.
This is just everyday stuff. And
right.
I don't know. Do we know if Brian's remarried or dating? Is there another woman in the picture?
I don't know. Rumor has it he's engaged. And when he gets married, he's going to change his name to hers. But that seems so far-fetched. I'm like,
really weird. But maybe something Brian would do, because I mean, you've got to question a person that was with Sarah Boone. Like, you really do have to maybe raise your eye and slide your eye to the side a little bit. But I don't know. We do things. Well, you know, I don't know. No, I don't think I was ever with. I was just to say we do weird things when we're younger, but and you know, some of the people I've been with that, you know, but no, I've never been with a Sarah Boone, so I don't know.
Is that the Cinderella story? Is that real? We don't know.
Man, can you imagine like if the new woman?
I remember Tanika saying that Brian Boone did a glow up when she went to the trial. I remember hearing her say that she noticed a glow up. I don't want to play the entire interview because that wouldn't be fair, but I will put the link to the rest of it over in the YouTube show notes if you want to watch the rest of it. And so I'm going to wrap things up. This is day 2 of Livemas 2025. See, I corrected it up there. In the can. Sarah will leave prison in a pine box with a tag on her big toe. Parole for inmates with LWOP in Florida. She doesn't stand a chance, or life without parole in Florida. She doesn't stand a chance for an appeal. She reported the crime. See, the only thing that I think if she will get it is the lawyer thing worries me, but that's just me being a worrywart. Yes, they escaped. Thank goodness. I feel so bad for her son. Can you imagine having Sarah Boone as a mom? I mean, that sounds horrible. That sounds like really horrible to have to deal with that. So Livemas, we're doing the kind of different way. We're doing it the traditional way. It was supposed to be, I always thought Livemas was the 12 days leading up to Christmas, but the traditional way is doing it Christmas, starting on Christmas and the 12 days after, or the 11 days after. So that's what we're doing. If you have any case suggestions that you want us to take a look at, let me know. Today was Livemas. On Sunday, we're going to Mall World. I don't care. Come hell or high water. I'm taking us to Mall World. There's this phenomenon where people are dreaming of the same place, and it's a mall. And we're going to be talking about it. Sundays, we get a little more spiritual, soulful, spooky, whatever you want to call it, woo-woo-wee on Sundays. And yeah, so we're going to be doing that. And we're going to be taking a better look at the Melody Buzzard case. We're going to be looking at Rob Reiner this week. There is another case. It's the girl that is being accused of murdering her parents, the teen. Her sister found. The name is escaping me right now. I want to take a look at that case too, because I'm not so sure she did it. So I want to look at that. We looked at it once before, and I want, now that she's going to trial, I want to look at it again to see if I want to follow it, follow the trial. So That's all I have. Plus, I'm hungry. I'm hungry and I'm tired and I'm ready to smoke and call it a night. I do the devil's lettuce at night. So I'm ready for that. All right, guys. Thank you, Kim, for doing that. What do you think about Sarah Boone? I know many of you think that she's never getting out, and I have to say that I agree with you. I don't think she's ever going to get out. But if she does, it might be about the lawyer thing. I don't know. But again, she just burns through the lawyers like crazy. So who knows? What are you guys doing for New Year's and New Year's Eve? I'm thinking about doing a 24-hour live stream like they do with the, the Twilight Zone. Thinking about it, but who knows? Yeah, thank goodness Christmas is over. Wasn't bad, but I'm ready to move on. I'm actually excited for 2026, and I'm almost afraid to say that, because, the world is weird right now, but I'm ready. A friend of the devil's lettuce is a friend of yours. Well, good to know. It actually got me off of all the prescribed bad narcotics that the doctors had me on. It really has done, it's helped me out tremendously, and it helps me sleep. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to head out. If nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I do not care. I'm still going to tell you guys this. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Miss my cue, but I had you for that day. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you.
Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps me go out into the algorithm party out there. Bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help me out.
Tonight, and it feels fine, feels fine. Baby, I'm dancing with you tonight. Here in the blue, I'm dancing and falling out, hoping for some time with you.